with the fan base, anybody who's listening to, or people who just want to talk wrestling, this is the outlet in which we'll do it. We'll take phone calls. Like right now, I'm trying to work in the Skype and everything. Give me a second. It's gonna happen. Yeah. But yeah, anything you guys want to talk about, we have it in the air. I'll start talking because I'm the kind of individual that I'll just vamp and air out whatever fuck I gotta air out anyway. So phone lines is open. If you guys want to call in, just it's there. You guys see it on the page. Let me start. Freaking yeah. Let me start doing this here. Recording. Okay, good. All right. So share, like. Please share, and like. Call in. The lines is open, and yeah. Give me. I don't know where I could share it to. I just want to share it to one place. I just want to share it to one place. Why don't you share me to one place? So, all right. So this week we've watched a. There's a lot of news going on with wrestling right now. There's a. I gotta say, when we sat here and talked about what was going on in the whole verbiage of wrestling, everybody's upset. Everything going on. I guess when it comes to WWE and the upcoming new promotion, there's like a tug of war that's happening. With me, I'm an individual that's like I enjoy wrestling. Let me just enjoy wrestling. That's my thought process. I want to be a guy who participates in wrestling and could trade off and give the pros and cons of whatever spectrum of wrestling it is, be it the indies, being the main tier, whatever it is. But these days, there's such a tug of war now because you have the indie fans, you have up and coming fans, you have the WWE fans, you have all these people who really want to either troll the masses or it's a thing to where it's. I just really feel that the new coming is going to be the savior of wrestling. Phone lines is open, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on the page, phone lines open. It is 315-371-4367. Share the page, share the cube. It's only up. We're up for 30 minutes. Shout out to everybody who's watching right now. I got big Brett Ben. What's up, boy? Brett from fucking Arizona. What's up, guys? What is your thoughts about the upcoming regime of what wrestling is going to change to? And that's exactly what it is. It's a new regime of wrestling that's going to happen because it's going to be a new renaissance because you haven't seen it in such in a while. Impact Wrestling has been lingering. Ring of Honor has been lingering, but they've never been the ones to actually throw stones or been the individuals who are able to maybe be a competition to the WWE. But now we have a contender coming out of Philadelphia, weighing in at blah, 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 100 pounds, all elite wrestling. We got to come to the grips that this day and age, there is a lot of wrestling that needs to be done and covered by the fan base because not everybody's being satisfied by the mainstream. Ben says, I will ring in, but I mean, listen, you're in the same boat that I am. When we at work, we have crisis at work. We got to deal with that. But other than that, and I wish that I could share this to the masses, but with my limited resources because I'm always getting fucking blocked by Facebook. I'm hoping that you guys do the sharing and do the call-ins. I'm looking forward to a new regime in wrestling. Phone call coming in, yes. Tropical Tabloids. 30-minute
You
Broadway.
know who it is?
Who this be?
It's the Brock Killer Savage, son.
What's going on, Mr. Savage? What's good?
It's going all right. It's going to be interesting to see how AEW plays out because I think they're not going to have the exact fan base that it takes and able to stand up to the big guys or even to ROH.
ROH is it's funny because what you had in Arizona, do you get ROH?
I don't know what network it's on, but I can figure it out.
And that's what sucks because that's what wrestling shouldn't be. That you have to look for it and then find it. It should be an outlet that you could quickly get to. Click, boom, I can watch it. It's like Major League Wrestling. Major League Wrestling is on BN Sports, but you could also get it on YouTube. They made it accessible.
What network is ROH in your area?
It's not because in New York, it's in the upper states, and we have to find it. And you basically, they're telling us that you have to subscribe to their network.
Oh, you live in Upper New York, huh?
Yeah, no. We live in New York City. We're in New York City. So in Upper New York, you could get it, and that Sinclair network is up there. But that's the thing that hurts us is because why do we need to search for this? You could have a bigger market, which find a way. I think that Major League Wrestling has found a way to get their audience because not only are they on BN Sports, but they also make it accessible to YouTube. And I think that there's certain outlets with wrestling that with mainstream promotions like WWE and now with All Elite getting their network, the other promotions need to be more accessible.
Hey, did you see the video where Dana got busted open?
Yeah. I saw that, and I gotta be honest, I'm proud of her. I really am. I'm hoping that a video like that of her shows that she's a fucking trooper for the business, and they give her a better push than what she's getting now.
And put it like this, if you were to have any street girl get in a fight and have that happen to them, they'd be crying their ass out, curling up in a ball waiting for some kind of medical person to come and get them. Dana, she took it like a man. It's like, holy shit.
Well, that and the fact that she's one of those with the whole callback, going back, people going to NXT or 205 Live, whatever the case may be. She's one of those that I think should be a good fit to go back to NXT and be a good fixture with the women's division down there. Before I let you go,
at least give her the title in NXT.
Just a good run, make everybody else look good. Before I let you go, what is something that you want to see for the future when it comes to the upcoming wrestling evolution? Because by October, come 2020, is going to be a crazy, crazy look for wrestling. What's one thing that you're looking forward to?
Well, I want to have them bring me into the WWE so they can really get something shaken up in there big time.
You always find a way to bring about to you. What else are you looking forward to?
Well, hopefully I can make Brock retire permanently.
Definitely, once again, you always bring it back. But I have to say, thanks for calling in as always. And
so for the women's division, I want to see Evolution 2 come back big time.
But what do you mean by women's evolution?
The Evolution pay-per-view. The all-women pay-per-view.
Yeah, you're right. I do want to see that for if not for this year, for next year, and possibly probably in NXT. That could occur, honestly, because it needs to be something that needs to be recognized, because there's a lot of women out there that are doing their business and not getting recognized because they're pushing them to the side. But thanks again, Brett Savage, sir. Thanks for calling in, sir.
No problem, bro.
Later. I gotta say that when it comes to the next movement of wrestling, guys, call in if you can, if you want to. This forum is for you guys. This is your forum. This is why we started this, is because although it might not be a routine show, it might be a spot show. So when it's the ideal of when it happens, you guys could call in when you can. When it comes to the future of what wrestling is out, because like I said, the renaissance is going to be crazy, because this is a new renaissance. Everybody said, well, Impact has been around, Ring of Honor's been around, but not in this genre because they didn't get the networks that All Elite is getting right now. That's a big reach. Now they just announced it's going to be 2 weeks. I mean, excuse me, it's going to be a 2-hour show every week. That's big. Although they're not going head to head because, let's be honest, why would we want to sit there and throw rocks at the throne? Let's make it to a point to where that we get it to, we could build a product. But is this something that's a focal point that will be a prominence to what wrestling fans will love? I have my hiccups about it. I really do. And I want people to call in to talk about it because I have my hiccups about it. I'm one that enjoys wrestling, but there's a lot of aspects of wrestling that I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of certain areas that may pertain to the newcomers or the young field, or what my field is the mediocre generation. I am more one that I'm more in tune with the fact that I want a universal understanding with the fan base, because there's always misconstrued ideas of what wrestling is. Got a phone call coming in. Turmeric Tabloid, 30-minute Broadway. Who
My
is? And wait. All
my
right,
God.
no. I already know who it is because I have you on court waiting. What's up, my boy?
What's going on, kid?
What's going on, boy?
And you said, so I want to ask you. I hear you saying,
Don't ask me
what are
shit
your
yet.
hiccups right now?
No, don't ask me shit yet because I have to tell you. Congratulations on you guys doing your thing. Call me when it's over. The host is here, Josie's boy. It's a big thing that you guys in the building under the Rageworks umbrella and the family. You guys are
Yes,
just
sir.
big things, big things.
I mean, bro, listen, we're just trying to boss up. That's all it is, you know. Like, big shout out to my guy Rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one that gave us this platform from jump, and then just learning from you and him is like,
Oh, stop
I'm
it.
ready to boss up, man.
Oh, stop it. In any case,
Yeah.
you're a big wrestling fan, and you're a guy who has not only been a wrestling fan who embrace the old school style, but you're a guy who knows the new shit and wants to see more of the new shit. So, what was your question?
Yes, I do. Now, well, see, it's funny. It's funny you bring up that you have hiccups with certain things right now. Of course, with the AEW coming in and giving, I guess, Vince said competition, quote unquote. I mean, which they have a major spot locked down for TV for broadcasting. So that definitely would be some kind of competition, obviously, because we haven't seen anything like that since maybe when Impact was good, when TNA was good, or since WCW or whatever. But it's funny you bring this stuff up because I'm watching things like what Viceland is doing with putting the spotlight on how big independent wrestling is right now, and seeing all these platforms. And I mean, people are saying that AEW will be the only competition, but right now with the way you can become somebody without having to be signed to like a bigger company or being on major TV, like this is a high for wrestling in general.
I love the
We are living in.
I love
Go
before you
ahead.
continue. I love the fact that you brought up the Viceland stuff, and you're a guy who loves the docu stuff. You love the indie stuff.
Yes,
You love that, and that Viceland fucking network is doing so much for wrestling right now.
they are.
But
They
I
are. They're big right now.
but I also think that they're hurting as well at the same time.
Why do you say that?
There's the show that they have called the Wrestlers, right?
I
And
just started watching that.
okay, there's an episode in which they had with Evolve Wrestling. I don't know if you saw that one yet.
I didn't see that one yet. No,
Okay,
I just watched the start of one today.
wasn't that one a weird one?
Very, very. It was so awkward.
It was, yo. You're like me. I said that's why it's my brother. I said it was awkward. We didn't even speak about this. It's awkward. It's a weird fucking episode because I don't know how to gravitate to their fandom. It's weird to me.
You know, you look at it, it's like, of course, well, the one with MVP was fucking amazing. I
That
love
was
that.
dope as
So,
fuck, yo. And shout out to MVP who made me a fan again. And I
yeah.
also said that he could be our uncle. That could
Oh,
be
I would love if he was.
he should be from like
It's
he should be from like either like the deepest, darkest of Brooklyn or the coolest parts of Harlem. Like
sad. Yeah, I was surprised when I found that he was from Florida. I had no clue he was from
right, yo,
Florida.
he's so hood. He could be so hood.
He is. It's so you look at like the way like I can see your point of Viceland helping and hurting because now they're gonna bring more of the commercial side to everything. And we all know like if we're trying to get away from the lights and the pyro, quote unquote, or whatever, or like the metaphoric pyro of WWE, and we want the AEWs and we want the New Japans. Like Viceland is gonna bring more attention. It's gonna bring more money, and it just might bring a little more pressure to live up to hype that technically doesn't exist. Like you had, you had some of the wrestlers talking about how every wrestler has to know every style, which is true. Yeah, I remember 2 years ago, people were saying that Flip Gordon would be like the death of wrestling, and it's like now everybody wants to be him and Ricochet.
Right, right.
Like it's like so now you got all these guys doing all these different styles of bringing more spotlights to everything, but like Viceland right now is helping because it's making being a wrestling fan expected. Because we were like an unspoken cult for how many decades? Like, oh, you're a wrestling fan?
Yeah,
Well, mostly through the 2000s.
And isn't that weird? Because when it came to us, it was a thing to where it's like you go to your circles, whatever the case may be. You tell people you're a Ric Flair fan or that's your father. Or when we come to a circle and it's like, I come in and I'm like, yeah, yo, did you guys watch the pay-per-view from that? And they look at you like you fucking got AIDS on your face. It's like,
like now, you bought that?
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden now it's like the nerddom is cool. And now all of a sudden you could be cool because Viceland is possibly making you cool.
Yo, it's so funny. I sat there and I thought I had come across somebody's page on Instagram recently, and he's like a big vintage t-shirt guy. And I told you how I felt about people wearing t-shirts that they know nothing of, like whether it comes to rock bands or wrestling or whatever. But it's like people like us who lived through like the I guess for the most part I had the tail end of the rock and wrestling era because I had like the early '90s, whereas you being a gentleman slightly of my elder. You had a little more of the Hulkamania, the early Hulkamania than I did. So I was in that '90s gimmick, Adam Bomb, Dunk the Clown, like that was my heaviest.
Yeah,
and then
right. That was your era.
We came into right. That was my era. So then you come into then you come into the Attitude Era, and people like us stuck around after the Attitude Era. So it's like, oh, it was cool when Stone Cold was flipping everybody off and The Rock was raising the eyebrow. But then as soon as we get to, fucking Sean Stasiak being around still and nobody knowing what to do with Billy Gunn after he can't talk about his ass anymore, it's like when we stayed around for that, it's like, wait, so y'all still watch that shit? You know it's fake, right? Like, what?
I love the fact that you can still you can still be in the same circumference of wrestling, but yet still not fucking show off to people because your knowledge is still fucking, it's still locked in. But I do have to say with the episode they have and what you're gonna see with the wrestlers is an episode with Evolve, and I want your take on it later on because Maddie Oski has said that they peel too much back with what happens in indie wrestling or in wrestling in general. And I was listening to Jim Cornette's podcast, and he said the same thing. It's like there still should be that blur of, yeah, we know it's staged, but, I want to know that you might have fucked my baby moms, and I want to beat the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's so funny you say that because I can't, and this is what made me think twice when you said it's hurting wrestling a little bit. Because with the MVP episode where they go backstage and they talk to Sami Callihan and they're showing him choreograph the match before it happens.
Right.
I'm like, that's something you don't do.
Right. And
that definitely did bother.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you kind of if you're a fan of wrestling, a real, genuine fan, you want to kind of still preserve that.
Right.
You wanna still hold that. Like you're an artist. You're out there and you do what it is that you do for the
Mm-hmm.
masses, for them to appreciate your work, and not only that, to buy it. If you told the masses,
Mm-hmm.
listen, this is the kind of blue I do. What I do is I blend this blue with this blue, and you could do it yourself if you want. It fucking loses the
Right.
illusion of your art.
It does. It definitely does. Yo, who is so funny you bring that up? Like these are the conversations I have with people all the
I
time. It's
miss
like
you.
you
I
can't,
so miss
you
you.
can't. Like no, just like you can't tell everybody everything that you do.
Yeah, right.
You can. And so when you have something like wrestling, like granted, people like us who are well versed in wrestling and understand and have the knowledge, we understand it's choreographed.
Yeah.
The injuries are real, we know that. We understand it's choreographed, but if they're supposed to be actors or performers and they want to give these children, like the younger kids, the younger generation, an illusion that damn, he's really a bad guy outside, like how am I supposed to believe that? Sandy Callahan is yelling. He's yelling at me one minute with the raspiest voice on earth, and then you're fucking showing him sitting Indian style, talking about how happy he is. Like
Exactly.
what?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that's
What are
so
we
funny.
doing?
But once again, thank you for calling in, my brother, and
Yes,
we
sir.
really gotta catch up soon. Let everybody
We listen.
since
We
you're with your family, and not only off the mic but blood and everything. Um,
factual.
let everybody know we can get Comey when it's over.
Yes, people. First off, I would like to say it's an honor. This is my like third time calling into the show.
No, this is gonna be
But
a
of
new
course,
show. This is gonna be a new show on the fucking RageWorks network. Coming soon. You guys don't know about it. Coming soon. This is gonna be a new show.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. So, RageRing.net, you can catch me my co-host, Alexis A. McCoy, on Coleman when it's over. Instagram at underscore Coleman when it's over. And episode 160 actually comes out this Saturday. So, yeah,
Yeah, I just finished it. So
that's it.
I just finished it. So I sent it out to the masses. So you good.
My God, I appreciate you, brother. But
Love
yeah,
you,
yeah,
boy.
listen, hit me up when you're done.
Love you, boy.
I love you too. I'm out. Let you later, bro.
Laters. At the end of the day, wrestling has to evolve. And regardless of what you guys believe, what the evolution is, there is a weights and measures in which the fan base is. I have to honestly say that I gotta hear Ben calls and he likes oh yeah, that Lionheart will discuss it in Turnbuckle Tablet this week. But for this episode, I'm trying to I want to get a fan. I want to get a fan's ear and their voice about what's going on with wrestling, because in Turnbuckle Tabloid we have so much content and people call in and multiple times, and it's sometimes it becomes too much and it becomes way of a heavy. And I love it. Olski loves it. We love it here with that, but sometimes the episodes run way too long because we want to share your thoughts and opinions, but yet we need to start separating that as well. And I think with Turnbuckle Tabloids 30-minute Broadway will be something for you guys to share. So this day and age, it comes to how is it that you guys are gonna embrace the new regime of wrestling? Because that's what it is. It's a new regime. It's gonna be a different push for you guys who aren't accustomed to, yeah, like if you're WWE heads, you're already going to be displacent with the I don't fuck with that. That's not my kind of wrestling, whatever the case may be. Or it's going to be like, well, let me see what they have to offer. Or for the hardcore indie guys, it's like, yeah, fuck it, we got our fucking wrestling that we wanted. And then there's gonna be the pure wrestling enthusiast who's gonna be sitting there going like, the fuck is going on here? And I'm of that milk where I am that guy that's like, what the fuck is going on here? I want to see a different kind of wrestling in a different kind of genre, or different kind of style, or different kind of fucking presentation of the product. Because I'm so tired of what the fuck WWE's been doing. I'm fucking tired of it. But the other thing is that new doesn't mean good. New does not mean that it's going to be better. There was hiccups. There was hiccups when it came to the All Elite Double or Nothing. Everybody's like, "Oh, it was the greatest fucking pay-per-view I've ever seen in my life," and it's like, no, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It's horrible. But if you think that way, it was good. It was actually something that was an eye opener, but it had a lot of hiccups, especially for those who are wrestling fans. There's a lot of hiccups with it. I was one that sat there and was not a fan of the battle royal being set in the beginning. I was not a fan of that. I thought that was something that should have been done during the pay-per-view to introduce the newer talent to the promotion. You could have put known wrestlers to introduce the product in the pre-show. Could have done that, especially a guy like MJF. That's a guy that needs to be presented later on. You could have had him commentary the whole pre-show, and that would have been your fucking your introduction to what a heel is. He could have been on commentary for the first fucking hour. But it's all about weights and balances. People talking about, well, the commentary wasn't really that bad. Well, to me, it's like you threw individuals out there who didn't know what it was to be in the limelight, and then you put JR in the big show, and it's like, maybe you should have brought JR in the beginning, because people knew his name and people knew him. They know who he is. When it comes to wrestling, you need to know what target you're getting and what kind of audience you want to fucking you want to cater to. If you think with a TNT audience that all you're gonna do is just cater to the fucking indie fans, you're not gonna draw. You're really not, because at the end of the day, they're gonna think like, yeah, it's cool. We're getting a under 1.5 rating or whatever the case may be. But why is WWE still drawing 2.0? Why is this happening? People don't want the weights and balances to happen in a time scale. Networks want money now. And you got to start looking at what's going to be the money now. And I think that I am heavily favored to see what All Elite is going to do. I'm going to be one of those guys with the fucking flag waving real big. But at the same time, if you're going to give fans a Orange Cassidy type of match, or a fucking shit. I'm thinking of the Hokies of the Marco Stunt kind of matches. And I like Marco. I've seen him. He's a genuine wrestler. I've seen him do it. He looks young. He's small. He can wrestle. But at the end of the day, it's like, if nobody knows him, how's he gonna go over? Oh, we're gonna put him over by burying the rest of the fucking roster that you have is gonna be genuine. It's gonna be funny, but they're still in their early stages, so you're gonna see a lot of hits and misses with that. My whole thought process with that afterwards is, what is going to be WWE's response? Everybody sits there and they say, you know what? They're not worried. WWE is not a problem. They're not going to be a problem. WWE is not sitting there worried about a small T-shirt company. Triple H tried to bury them in the Hall of Fame, but you know what? You mentioned their name, and the company got even more looks at because you mentioned their name, which I'm not mad at, which is necessary because this is what the company needs. I always hated the fact of not acknowledging the competition. You want to do the back and forth. It's fun. It's great to do that. The Raiders have a long-standing fucking rivalry in a Western Division and in a Western Conference, whatever the case may be. And what happens? You don't think they don't acknowledge the Chargers or they don't acknowledge fucking the formerly the LA Rams of before or or the Denver Broncos? You have to acknowledge them. It doesn't mean that they're not gonna fucking draw. They're still gonna make money regardless. So this is good. Business is good. With that being said, this is I think I'm hitting the 30-minute mark. Yes, I am. So guys, thank you for being part of the pilot episode of Turnbuckle Tabloids 30-minute Broadway. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe to all our social media outlets on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as on YouTube. And also, please, and also, get ready because this is going to be something that's going to be on the usual. It's going to be on a regular. Turnbuckle Tabloids, 30-minute Broadway. It's a call-in show for you guys. And thanks for you guys who called in. Thank you for Josie's Boy. Thank you for Brent Savage. And for everybody else, thank you for being a part of the episode. And you know what? We are out of here. Live the gimmick. I'm done.